Hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Readings, friends. I'm joined by my lovely friend Alex. Hooray!
Hi.
It's been too long. The reason we're late on is that I was just talking Alex's ear off for the last 10 minutes. So, putting the world to rights. One whinge at a time. I feel better.
Yes.
I hope you haven't just offloaded all the whinges on Alex, and then Alex is now like, oh, I just want to go now. Bye, I'm done.
I like letting it all out. That's okay. I'm all about letting it all hang out, when it comes to these things. So that sounds good
You've
to
got to
me.
do it. I
You
mean, I'm
do.
nearly 2 weeks into summer holidays, so anybody else who has a child under the age of 5 can probably confirm that summer holidays are like and it's a lovely ride, but it's a very busy, like intense, full-on, full-time kind of ride. So that's where I am. So I'm back to kind of frantically working in an evening and being a mummy during the day. I mean, I'm always a mummy, obviously, but other people look after him sometimes too. But to tell you, Alex, my first round of edits, I got them in on Monday.
Oh my
I
God.
started editing this book. But when did I write this book? I can't even remember when I wrote it. I wrote it in between Mina's, so it's sort of been slotted in whenever I've had a spare minute. It's been slotted in, and all of a sudden it's like time to work on it.
So exciting.
So,
wow. I wish I
and
had
you were
like an
just
ounce
telling
of your
me
productivity.
oh God, honestly, this year I was just saying to Alex beforehand, I've been Mrs. Edits this year, Mrs. Write no new books, and I really need to start writing one. I've tried a few. I now know probably what the next 3 books I want to write are because I've started writing each of them and kind of gone, oh, not yet that one. I've written a bit. I'll put you. I like one of them. I plotted out basically the whole book, and then me and my agent decided it's not the next book; it's the book after the next book. And I was like, oh, well, actually, future me will appreciate all this work I've just done, but it is a month that I've
Yeah,
just
yeah.
down the drain for now.
It is funny, isn't it, how we're always working for the future. And this is what I really struggle to explain to people, like, working on something that's not going to be out until next year, this time next year, is it's crazy when you're putting in that, graft and then won't see anything from it for months and months and months.
Yeah, I mean, without saying too much, mine, it's going to be quite some time before I have another book out. It is next year, but it's going to be a little late. And my publisher basically wants it nearly done, like a year before the book comes out, because they want to do really good stuff, like try and get it out there. And because I've never had a foreign rights deal, that would be really nice. So
How
hopefully
exciting, how
they
exciting.
do well. They're doing lots of things to try and make stuff happen, but it just means that the book needs to be ready. So I'm like, oh God, I probably need to do that.
Yes,
So it
yeah.
will be
Oh,
great.
you're a
If anybody's
superstar though,
watching,
Amy.
it is going. Thank you. It is going well. So it's more ambitious. Do you find that you make your books more ambitious each time, almost like punishment? It's sort of self growth, but also punishment because I don't ever seem to write,
I,
write a
I
book
mean,
that's easy to write.
yeah, I think so. I mean, thinking about rules for vampires. So, Vampires 1 was very linear, but Vampires 2 Ghosts Bite Back has like a split plot with
Mm-hmm.
dual
Oh yeah.
POVs. So that definitely made it more complicated. But jumping to Ministry of Mischief, which is my one that's out in September, I mean, that is aimed younger. So I think that the concept went a bit crazier because I was told to write what I want. And so I did.
That's dangerous. Who tells Alex Foulkes, right, what you want? Like, it's a recipe
Simon
for sheer
Schuster.
chaos.
Simon Schuster did. So it's
I
their
know, but
fault.
I want that. You see, I'm quite happy to let your brain be fully unencumbered by guidance. It's exciting.
It was fun. It was really, really good fun. I was told as long as it's not vampires, I could write what I wanted. So and so this is what happened. But I think in terms of because it's pitching a little bit younger, I think that, and because the word count is more constrained, I've had to kind of simplify it a little bit. So these are like sort of more like sort of linear adventure stories with different threads that come in, but doesn't have the same sort of But yes, I did want to say on the topic of fantastic YA, talking to the YA gang, talking to you guys. My friend Grania O'Brien has her new book that's going to be coming out. It's called Solo,
Ooh.
And it sounds absolutely brilliant. And I mean, she is amazing. Irish author, has been a bookseller for a long time, like proper like champion of children's reading. And that is so exciting. And not only that, but my other friend Lucas Maxwell, he is up for the Chicken House Prize for his upcoming novel.
I saw that. That is such good expectation, because this is the long list, I think, isn't it? Because I know somebody else who's on the list.
It.
And then the short list like later this year, and then it gets whittled down again.
Most probably, but you know what though, he really deserves it, and Grania deserves every success as well. So I see these like high flying people, because we all play Dungeons and Dragons together, so that's where I know them, and it just kind of it makes me want to do better. Do you know what I mean? I'm so hungry to make it onto some long list.
It's hard though, because yeah, I know that feeling very well. I think writing a series, Mina one got nominated for some stuff that annoyingly I still can't even talk about because it was embargoed. But yeah, just know that it was on some really interesting lists. But then I think book 2 and 3, I don't know whether you find that writing a series, book 2 and 3, it almost seems like, well, we've already nominated you for that, like you've done that thing, and you've just written 2 more books that are the same thing. So I'm kind of
that's
hoping
it.
Writing something new, I might get same for you. It's like a relaunch, a reboot,
like a reintroduction to everyone, because I think in book 2, it's very much treated as a continuation. And I think I found for me as well, especially considering that we kept our Rules for Vampires title and just had like a change in, like, do you call it the strapline, like the
subtitle,
tagline, like the subtitle, that's what I'm looking for. It very much is a like sort of straight continuation, as opposed to something brand new. So I can understand that. But for me, I felt like, look, I've written this whole new thing. Look at this that I've spent ages on, and look, it's beautifully illustrated, and is everyone's put their heart and soul into it. But it just
series is tough. I mean, I love them as a reader, but I also know that I often only pick up the first book and then don't read the rest, even if I've loved it, because a new shiny thing attracts my attention. So I do get it that there's a bit of fatigue with series, and like there's a drop off of readers and stuff. So I've tried to write a standalone this time. Let's see if it sticks as a standalone. I really tried. Like it was really emphatic, the ending, and now we've made the ending very slightly less emphatic. So I've just got a feeling somebody at some point is going to say, hey, can you write a sequel? And I'll be like, actually, yeah, because I do want to do that. But also it was a standalone. This was my standalone.
I guess you could always treat that sequel as like kind of the cherry on top of everything else. Like, if the first one, gets some recognition and gets some success, then that would be fantastic. And being able to have that sequel for the readers who really love it would be amazing. Like, it then becomes like a gift to the readers, like especially young readers as well. Because I mean, I always used to think when I was a librarian, like the kids would like stalk me up the hall if they thought that, like, they could shape me upside down and a new warrior cat or wimpy kid or whatever would fall out. So they're always hungry for more of what they like. I'm sure that teenagers must retain some of that spark, like the booky teenagers who love the library and stuff.
Yeah, some of them do. Because the visits I've done tend to be for like, I mean, mostly year 9, weirdly, so far. And I think that's the younger end of my audience. And there is that slightly reserved quality to them, whereas the year 7s that I've met, they're more like, we love reading, we want to ram that down your throat. The year 9s sit there and you can't tell if they love reading or if they're asleep, or if they're listening to their earpods, or what they call earbuds, whatever they are. I mean, I feel really lucky though. Like I think the series does get a bit of a bad rap, but I feel lucky that I got to finish the story I wanted to write for the Mina books, because at any point I felt like that was gonna, like, it could have been 2 books and we're done. And so I feel lucky that I got to round off where I wanted to.
And that is devastating.
I know, we've been there.
Feeling like you have a story that you really, really want to finish. But the solution to that is to finish it. So my current like sort of plan of attack for everything that I've got going on is to finish Imps 2, aka Ministry of Mischief. I have a picture book. The concept has been not,
Yeah.
but the execution has not been. So that requires some serious work. So I'm going to be kind of wrangling that text, and then
When do you need to get your first draft of that done?
no, it's completely open-ended. I'm just working with the agent.
Ah, okay.
She is so great, so on it with everything. You know, she knows the market really well and knows me really well. So I think that she can kind of, you know, push me in the right direction.
Awesome.
So yeah, we will see, but it's very excited.
I'm excited for you, Alex. I hope, and I feel that this world book is going to be really great, and I hope it is because you deserve
I hope
it. Like,
so. We'll see. It's been a bit quiet lately. I haven't heard anything kind of on the grapevine, because you know, cogs are turning behind the scenes. It's just that, you know, there's just over a month to go, so I think I'm feeling a little bit like, you know, that anxiety is kicking in. So we will see, but I am very, very excited, and I'm super excited for you, Amy, as well, because you know all of this awesome stuff coming up. My God, you are a machine. You are amazing. I mean, I know that we were saying earlier about how we feel like we've been spinning our wheels a little bit this year with everything that we've tried to get done, but my God, to have edited 2 whole books, and we've only just gotten into August, and you've got a little boy.
thank you.
And
now
you've got a real job.
Well, I mean, I did have until March, and then I don't know. I haven't really talked publicly about it that much, but like stuff happened at the company I was working for, and like basically our whole team doesn't work there anymore. So I went kind of freelance just by when that happened. It kind of gave me the nudge. So yeah, I think my proper day job is my freelance writing now, if that makes sense. And then my novel writing still feels like it's my hobby because it's still the thing I've got to squeeze in between. Because the freelance one is what at the moment it's like paying the bills. Because like my current book that I'm working on, the money is very spread out, and you know the biggest chunk of it doesn't come until the book comes out. So you kind of can't spend that money yet because you don't.
Oh, I know, and I'm having that. I am like on a shoestring at the moment. I'm just waiting for 12th of September, and then I'm going to be like Smaug on top of his pile of gold.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should. When it goes into your bank, I think you should go into the bank and say, I would like it all in pound coins and £2. And I'm just going to sit on a pile of it on the next stream.
I'm going to guard it and growl at the neighbourhood kids.
Yep.
That's
that
the plan.
Awesome.
That
you
is
should
the plan.
totally do that. I mean, having a nice fan of like notes to waft as well would be good. So maybe you could just ask for like one handful of notes.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good today. I don't know if you can tell. I'm trying to subtly air my armpits. I realise I've just announced it now on YouTube.
You were getting away with it, Alex, and you've just publicly.
I know. I'm just, you know, I'm a sweaty Viking girl. I'm like very sticky and nasty. So the fan is like right here.
Same. I've got a fan blowing directly at me, so my hair is probably blowing in this direction. Just like you know, some people look glamorous when they've got a fan blowing on them. I feel like I'm just more like sideways cartoon hair.
Amy, that reminds me so much of there was a recent video from Trixie Mattel, you know, drag queen, of her performing a gig at a Pride event, and she was wearing this wig, and it was so windy, like it was just like sideways across her face, and she was playing "Steal My Sunshine."
Oh,
as it was like she was DJing, you know, and just had like a wig sideways across her face. So I think it could be like in fashion.
I mean, maybe, you know, she started the trend and I can just continue. I feel like I'm slightly less glamorous than, well, I'm like a million times less glamorous than a drag queen.
I am, especially today. I just feel like I'm melting.
Yeah, I mean, let's do the comments and let's do a sprint. I feel I may need to go and intervene in bedtime, so I'll do that and then actually do some work because Kev hasn't appeared, and I always know if Kev hasn't appeared by this point that things are afoot up there. So I'm going to go and find out. Oh, hi, Stephen, if you're here. It's nice to see you. Sorry, I was like just totally zoned out then. I was trying to read the comments before the actual one I'm reading. Hello.
Hi, Sharon. Hello.
You're a very good egg, helping lots of indie authors. It is. Sometimes you just got to vent. I think he makes me grumpy too, so I feel like all the stuff that would usually just kind of bubble along, all starts coming out, and I'm like, crotchety.
Very much so. Let it out, everyone.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I've caught up on the comments. So are you drafting book 2? Is that what we're doing?
So what I'm going to do is I need to reread a little bit of what I did last time, because like you, I've got like some little threads that I need to weave in, and then I'm going to continue on. So I'm going to reread the last chapter, make sure that everyone's where I need them to be, like motivation wise, and then we're going to press forward. So we are going to the Imp King Spa.
That sounds like somewhere I would like to be right now, please.
That's right, because it is time for his 17-step skincare routine.
Oh my God.
So that is, absolutely, so it is triple cleanse, face scrub, popping the royal pimples, lotions, potions and creams in that order.
Yeah.
Face mask made from toadstool slime. First set of cucumber slices imported from the human world, then a hot towel, foam, new set of cucumber slices after the first cucumber snack, buff and oil scales, soothing head massage, and a light cooling mist.
Oh, that is the one that stuck out to me. I'd quite like to be misted right now, please, with some sort of, not slime. I didn't like the slime bit of the proceedings, but...
You don't fancy that?
No, all the rest of it's good. I mean, most of it, I was listening and I could feel myself like thinking, oh, that sounds lovely, and then going, hang on, wait, no, slime. I heard slime. I was right, that sounds lovely.
Take that out.
He sounds like he's like a high maintenance character.
Yes.
Is that like a morning and evening regime?
I think so, yeah. Maybe like thrice daily. I mean, he is the king of it, so he's got to keep himself nice and shiny. So I think that's what it is. But he is currently in prison where I've got him now. So his expectations of what's going to happen with his day might be slightly.
Oh, right.
So we will see what happens to him, but I'm sure it'll be.
I'm so excited, Alex. This sounds amazing. I'm going to in fact, that's one of my tasks during the sprints. I'm going to go and check that I have pre-ordered that. Well, tonight I'm doing
bless you.
no book of my own work. That wasn't a sentence. I'm not working on my own book because my editor has it, and I feel like I should just leave it alone while she's got it because,
Yeah.
Chaos could ensue if I start messing around with force I don't understand. So I've got two freelance things. One more complex than the other, one smaller but still needs doing thing. So I'm going to do those.
That sounds good.
Sharon's team slime, so feel free to slime Sharon if and when you meet her in real life, Alex.
Sharon is team slime. Well, listen, if me and Sharon ever meet up in real life, I'm just worried that we're going to be too powerful, Sharon, because we're going to be rolling around like a pair of slime witches. So
you know what? That would be the best thing ever if you were doing a book event and Sharon just arrived with this pot of slime and you got your slime out and you just slimed the bookshop and both started rolling around.
Sharon, what if our slimes touched?
I mean, it's not like crossing the beams in Ghostbusters.
Yes, it might be. We might cause a global event.
Okay. I'm just feeling a bit giddy now. I love it, Alex, how you always make me feel slightly giddy, like I'm a child again. Is that being a children's author? You make me feel youthful.
It's, you know what, Amy, I wonder whether it's, I mean, I always tell the kids that I'm 3,200 years old, so maybe I just make everyone around me feel.
Are you 32, Alex?
Younger. Yes.
Although
I feel a lot.
I'm going to have a big birthday. I'm having a big birthday this year, so we won't be in the same decade anymore.
Are you, Amy?
Yeah, I'm having that birthday. Yeah.
You know what? You are so lovely. I could put you in my pocket and carry you round with me.
Oh, I'd love to live in your pocket. Can we make that happen?
Oh, it's full of dust and imps, but I always think.
Oh God, can I live with the imps in your pocket?
Oh my God. I mean, I've been thinking actually that I might crochet some of them to bring with me on these events. Please
do.
Sit them on my shoulder like my little Leo.
That is amazing. So, that's amazing.
Leo. I've showed them before. I'm sure.
I've not seen them with hair. I'm pretty sure they were hair.
Have you not? You've not seen them with? Well, there they are. They're fully haired.
They didn't have hello, everyone. I think you might have been starting Mina's hair.
Was she bald?
Yeah, I think she might have been. I think you were like considering how to attach her hair in layers and stuff.
There she is, yeah, and there's Leah with her wild hair. Leah does have a little hair clip, but it's like buried a bit.
It's very cute. I'm loving them.
two little friends. So I'm thinking that I might make the imps. We will see, because that would
You
be
could have so much
really,
fun
really
with
good
those.
fun.
You could be shaking the bag like, kids, I've got something to show you, but I'm really sorry. They're like,
And I just have
one of
them
one of
jump.
them's
I
escaped.
always do that with my
Yeah.
Halloween spider that I bring
Oh,
with me,
dear.
and everyone strokes the spider's furry bum for good luck, you know.
Alex, you've been holding out on me. I already stole your assembly, but there was no spider bums in there. Do I need to?
I'm sorry. It's because it's in my workshop, you see.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to send you my workshop, and then we can, you know,
Do
share
I need to
spider
have like
bums.
a bat bum instead, or something that's a bit more meat?
I mean, I think a bat bum would be excellent. Listen, I'm not about like gatekeeping spider and bat bums.
What do you think year 9s and 10s would do if I went, here's my cuddly bat, please all stroke its bum, I'll pass it around for you?
It depends. I mean, they might go for it, you know, you never know.
I'll test it on some younger children. I'll let them be my guinea pigs and see.
That's it. See what they think first.
I mean, hi,
hello,
Nadine. It's lovely to see you in the comments. I was just laughing at Sharon's next comments. I thought it said slime bottle originally, and I was like, slime bottle, slime battle, that way. Either of the two things. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I've heard of Free Pattern, but I haven't read that particular book. Oh, Sharon.
Sharon, you are. You know what though? You are so lovely, and I always think that we always kind of have this. We have this thing about age, but like, you know, I was a teaching assistant, and when I tell you that some of those ladies were like naughty schoolgirls forever and ever and ever, you know what I mean? It's how you are and who you are on the inside.
Exactly. I think that's the way to be. I think what's weird for me is that 40 is a strange number, because I remember thinking my mum was old when she was 14. No,
oh no, 40. Really?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, you see, I think 40 is young.
Yeah, I do now.
I really do. Although I'm going to confess, I think 60 is young.
Yeah, I mean,
I do now.
Yeah, I do. I want to think that, because that's sort of the age bracket my parents are in. Yeah, yes, I mean, if you do ask me, when do you think you last changed? I think I've slowly started to give less of a hoot about anything the older I'm getting, but otherwise I do feel like I'm still 20 mostly, except my knees would disagree. And my lower back and my right shoulder.
Mentally 20, but you know, physically I'm turning to dust. I mean, I don't know, I feel like I'm having like kind of a bit of a renaissance for things that I used to like when I was a teenager, you know, and like, you know, kind of coming back into things that I thought were like a little bit cringy and a little bit weird, but you know, just kind of enjoying as like guilty pleasures and not really worrying about it anymore. So it's nice to just do what your inner child wants, you know.
It is completely great. On that note, I'm going to go and see what my actual child is doing, because it's 8 o'clock.
Bedtime.
I got crutches. With you there, Sharon. Mine is the crutches. We can be forest hags together. I'm sure the crutches will be forthcoming at some point in my future as well, so you know.
Oh, Sharon.
Okay, let's do a sprint. I'm going to disappear briefly to see what's happening in my house, and then
okay. Good luck, everybody.
To do some work. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Ashlyn. Hooray.
Ashlyn. Hi, how are you?
I'm so glad
It's
I
nice
could
to see you.
Oh, sorry, we got a slight delay. Can you hear us okay, Ashlyn?
There we go. I think we're
okay.
back. Are you all right, Ashlyn?
I hope it's not my Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's weird. It's okay. Well, we could hear you just fine then.
I think it might be my Wi-Fi. I can hear like.
Oh no.
Oh no! We were giving a little tease of Ashlyn.
Oh no.
Oh, can
No,
you hear
stay
a
with
little
us. We need you.
Back. I'm back. Okay.
Yay.
Okay, yeah, that's
Excellent.
fine.
Hi. How are you?
Sorry about that. Hi. I'm good. Oh my god, I've missed you. Missed you all so much.
Oh,
What did
I
I
missed
miss?
you too.
What have we been talking?
Oh my God.
Is it absolutely roasting there?
Yeah, it's we are all melting. We are
Yeah.
all rumbling in the heat. it's all
too much.
Are you on summer holidays, Ashlyn? I don't know how your school terms fall.
Yeah, they started their summer holidays. It's primary school, so it starts at the start of July, and then they go back at the very end of August, like the 28th of August. So 2 months. And yeah. So
Yeah,
right in
so
the middle of it.
you guys are
It's been
slightly
really
ahead
nice.
of us then.
We went up to my mom's for
That's
Oh,
nice.
yeah, because I think you have a more sensible, like, do you have 6 weeks or something like that?
Yeah, 6 weeks, and he's been off
for
for
primary
nearly
school.
2 weeks. Yeah, so yeah, I think some school, it depends where you are, but yeah, some schools have been off for 3, some have only been off for 1. I can't imagine that. I feel like some teachers must have been cruel in terms of the term by that point.
Yeah, I have friends who that was the case. Yeah. Grim.
Especially with the
Yeah,
heat, like how would you learn anything or teach anything?
I know. I
It's
think it
really
just
hard.
becomes a bit like the Wild West, doesn't it? It just all goes a bit Lord of the Flies in the last week.
Yeah, I mean, there's some colourful metaphors there, Alex. It applies me to Wild West.
I just say it how it is.
My kids' primary school.
Sorry, what was that, Ashley?
Sorry. Oh no, I was just saying. I think my kids' primary school is like that, and they finished at the end of June. So like the last couple of weeks.
That's so early. End of June. That's so early.
Yeah.
Lucky
Yes,
kids.
it is.
Yeah, here
yes, they are.
Yeah, they'll have done like their exams and stuff, but yeah, they still have nearly a month of school, like our primary school children. I'm just finding that we're eating a lot of junk food. I was like, we're going to eat really healthily, but everywhere we go, there's just a plethora of ice creams and chocolate. So, and I just can't resist it myself. So we're just eating
ice cream. Yeah, ice cream's like a food group in the summer, though, isn't it?
I mean, it has milk in it. That's the only justification I can give to myself.
That's a calcium, a little bit of protein.
That's it. And you know, I am constantly looking out for our local ice cream van. Like if I hear it, I will stalk it around our neighborhood. And if we're many a time, like we've been out driving and the ice cream van has gone past us and we've had to turn around and go and find where it's going, because if I don't have an ice cream in my hand, I just think, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, some holidays are about that. Yeah, we've done multiple park trips, multiple expensive ticketed day out trips, and we're just trying to like keep going with exciting stuff, because being in the house in the summer is just not the thing. I don't think. Like we don't have a very big garden. We do have a garden, but it's not massive. There's only so much we can do in there.
So
it's nice to get out and about, have some adventures.
Yeah, it is. We were up at my mom's I was up for 3 weeks and my kids were up for 10 days, and she lives by the sea, so that was absolutely crazy. Yeah,
that's so nice.
There was a lot of ice cream consumed then. Just like a couple of new ice cream shops that opened up, so we had to go try them out. And I showed you guys this, but I got this guy at
Yeah, vampire snail.
Isn't he so cool? His
He's
name,
so
I call him
cool.
Evil Brian.
It's so
And
perfect,
he's
like in every way.
I love him.
For show. It was just a guy selling them, and he was amazing. So we've had a lot of like magical days like that, walking around the marketplace and just looking at all the cute stalls and stuff like that. That's been pretty much our summer so far.
I mean, that sounds so lovely, you know, just taking it a little bit slowly. I mean, we haven't been anywhere, you know. When schools are out, I just tend to kind of hunker down. I shelter in place, you know. I've just been writing, so it's nice, you know, to be able to get out and go and see some stuff. I'd love to go to the seaside.
Yeah,
That sounds amazing. The only thing
Yeah,
is,
I mean,
though, if you have an
you
ice
tried
cream
to
there,
figure out-
Ashlyn,
I can't have ice cream, but I did find a really nice place that does vegan ice cream. So I was able to get myself a dairy-free
that
one.
sounds
and
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But what
I
is
mean, it
the
was
seagull
literally just like a
situation
scoop
though?
of vanilla, but it was yeah. I wasn't expecting it, so it's like surprise ice cream, which I think is the best sort.
Ashlyn, what is the seagull situation? If you have an ice cream, will they like?
Not seagulls, starlings, and they don't go after your ice cream. But whilst we were enjoying our ice creams, there was a guy eating a sandwich, and the seagull literally like swooped down in front of him, took a bite out of his sandwich, and flew off. And the guy shrieked. And the kids turned around. And I was trying to explain what happened, and the starling came back again and just like tried to steal the guy's sandwich this time. Didn't quite
A
get it.
starling? Oh my god!
Cheeky things, but like it was.
Jeez.
Yeah, so you do have to look out for the starlings there. They will they'll hop onto your plate.
Oh my
start
god!
to-
Oh, we
Yeah.
went to Scarborough and there were
I love
seagulls
them.
like almost as big as my 4-year-old, honestly. Like they were absolutely enormous beasts and they did just prowl around the beach like eyeing people.
Yeah.
Don't look at it in the eye, don't eat near it, just stay away from the seagulls.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I
Seagulls
mean, as a landlocked Midlander, I've been very alarmed
Yeah.
by some of the size of some of these seagulls in some of these like seaside towns. I was on the south coast for a school visit, and oh my god! I mean, I thought it was like an albatross. I was like, why is nobody freaking out? You know, if you'd have told me that like an eagle had swooped over my head, like I'm sure I felt like a shockwave from its wings as it went over, and everyone was just like, "Nah, it's just normal." This like big muscly seagull like strutting around, and I'm like, ooh, it's like something from Jurassic Park. You know?
I mean, birds
You wouldn't
are
see
meant
that
to
in
be
Stoke.
descended from dinosaurs,
do.
right?
Yeah. They
Yes,
do
that's
look like
right.
big bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. They remind me of
Raptors.
Flint from is it Quint from Jaws? Like they just have that vibe about them, don't they? Like they've been places and done things, and you wouldn't
Yes.
understand.
And won fights.
Yeah.
I just want to be the seaside now, like minus the seagulls. Yeah, we managed a couple of days in Scarborough because Kev's parents were there. We just went and stayed for one night. But I'm just craving like more seas. As soon as I see the sea, I'm like, I should live near the sea. Why do I not? It makes you feel so different, doesn't it, being by the sea?
I mean, the
Yeah.
air smells different, doesn't it? You know, and I think, you know, the salt on the air and the salt coming off the water is just so soothing. It's nice. It is nice. I love going to the sea.
There's a reason all the Jane Austen characters used to go to, the seaside, go to the beach to recuperate for months on end whenever their nerves were at them or whatever was going on in the books.
I need that.
Isn't there like?
Should we just stop
We
going
could
to
all
the
do that.
seaside? Let's go to Whitby
Yeah.
because we can like do the vampire thing, but at the seaside, like Whitby has the perfect vibe for us. I feel.
I'm desperate to go to Whitby. Still
Have you
haven't
been before, Alex?
Never been.
Please.
Never been. I
Have
know.
you
And
Ashlyn, I'm assuming you probably haven't. You
No, I
live on a different
Oh.
landmass. Can we please organise a trip to
we
Whitby?
need to make
Because
it happen.
I'd love to go to Whitby with you too. It's so amazing. Like the Abbey, when you go up and you just think of the fact that like Bram Stoker visited it and put it in Dracula. It's just amazing. And like you can sit on Lucy and Mina's bench and there's a Dracula
wow.
experience and it's so good. And you got to buy
I'd
some
love to
Whitby
go.
Jet for an incredible amount of money. You've got to do the whole Whitby experience.
Yeah. I would love that.
I think we should just Like, we've put it out there into the universe. It needs to happen in the next, 365 days, please.
Yeah, manifest.
Okay, so what are you working on tonight, Aisling? Are you reading? Are you relaxing? Are you frantically writing or editing?
I'm not frantically writing or editing. I'm reading. So the last month has kind of been a bust. I was up at my mom's, which was nice, but she was sick, which was not nice. So I'm just home and trying to not come. You know, when you you finish being run off your feet and you have that quiet moment and you have to try really hard not to crash and get sick because that's what your body wants you to do. So I want to write, but I think it's better to. It was my birthday a couple of weeks ago, so I popped to the shops and I got this book, which is out on my birthday. So I'm going to read that.
Ah, very cool.
That looks good.
Yeah,
I love the cover.
Yeah, I don't know what it's about, except that it's set in the 80s. But I've read all of Leslie's other books, and they're always great. So really cool, mid-grade.
Very cool.
Characters are always realistic. It's always funny. So that's what I'm reading. And you'll probably see me crying because she always makes me cry. What about you guys? What are you working on?
So I'm doing freelance stuff tonight because I was just saying to Alex before you came on that I had my book editing deadline was this Monday. So I've like really been prioritizing my book and the other stuff's kind of slid. So I'm trying to freelance catch up this week and also do summer holidays. So it's not really happening until an evening. So evenings need to be uber productive. And Alex?
I am writing. I am writing away. I am still writing. I am behind. I am writing.
All will be fine. There's nothing
Help!
like leaving deadline and a behind author to suddenly find productivity from nowhere. So you will be grand. As Aisling, would you say grand? Is that an Irish thing? Would you say you'll be grand?
Grand, definitely. Yeah, it'll be grand.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's the crack, Aisling. It'll be grand.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, let's go and do that. I had a little catch up. I think the comments are quiet. So let's see. Sharon has gone to call her sister-in-law. So
yeah,
let's go.
Oh well, it'll be. I feel like.
Oh no, we've just lost.
Oh
no.
Hello.
Oh hello.
Sorry, we missed that. We missed what you did.
I'm back. I'm still here. It's probably not fair. Oh, just that I think being slightly behind is probably most writers' natural state anyway. So slightly behind is bang on track.
It has to be because publishing is all about you don't hear anything for 6 months or however long, and then it's like, can you do this in 2 weeks, please? So I think you're always going to be like put on the back foot with publishing. It's just how it works, isn't it? It's go or absolute.
Yeah, the second you get your deadline, you're slightly behind.
Yep, you're behind even before you get the deadline, probably.
Oh my God. I don't know if this is making me feel better anymore, you guys.
Oh no, Alex started like you're gonna call You will be fine. You've done this. You'll be fine. You've done this 3 times before and you have succeeded. So you'll be fine, Alex.
We'll be all right. We'll be okay. I'm gonna
the daily word count will just increase exponentially the closer to the deadline you get. I always start off like, oh, I'll write 500 to 1,000 words a day, and then the closer to the deadline, and suddenly you're at 3,000 words a day. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do our best.
Yeah, that's all we can do. So another 40 minutes, and I'll see you in a little bit.
See you in a bit. Good luck.
Hello, how did we get on?
Good.
How's
Good.
the book, Ashley?
Jumped as always. It's so good. I haven't cried yet, but it's so good. He's hiding in his neighbor's nuclear bunker because he had an argument with his brother, and she just writes characters so well. It's funny and it's already sad, and I have no idea what's going to happen, but it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed
Oh,
it.
that sounds like just what you need for a nice summer holiday read with a bit of added tears danger as well.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
How about you, Alex? How's the writing going?
I was attacked by a moth.
Oh,
So if you saw some flapping around, that's what that was. Tress had
Oh, I
to swoop
didn't.
in and rescue me. Yes, I know, it was a giant moth. So I always say that it's Lady Sigalinde here to get me, which is interesting because I never invited her in, which vampires, ordinarily would need. So I don't know what it is, but I've managed to do a couple more pages, so that's good. That is good. So yeah, all is okay. All is well. How about you?
excellent. Yeah, I've been struggling a little bit tonight. Sometimes you're just not in the zone. I feel like normally sprints get me into the zone, but for whatever reason, I think my brain's really busy tonight. So I'm working, but my brain's churning 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I'm all of a sudden exhausted. So I think I might have to call it quits after a little chat because otherwise I'm going to fall asleep.
That's okay. I'm
won't do
very
anything.
happy as well just to call it a 2-sprint effort tonight. I think it is. It is 20 to 10.
Yeah, we had a good chat at the beginning, didn't we? And it was lovely to catch up. But I feel like the energy levels all of a sudden I've just gone, oh dear, I need to tidy up and go to bed.
Yes, it is time. It's time.
Oh, thanks for joining us, Lily. We're just wrapping things up. Good. God, I've not heard of that book or author. I hope you're enjoying it. So I think that might be about it. I think I'm hopefully going to do. I keep saying when I try and fit in more sprints, it never seems to happen. I'm definitely going to be here next Thursday. I don't think I've got many Thursdays coming up that I can't do. I'll try and do more, but life just seems to be lifing at the minute, and I can't seem to do it
It is.
Life is lifing very hard at the moment.
Yeah.
It always does
I get
that on summer holidays, though, doesn't it?
I think it does. Your days are really busy and full and lovely, and then you get to the evening and it's like, oh gosh, all the adult things now need to squeeze into this short space of time.
Yeah, exactly. And the heat doesn't help either.
No, it doesn't. I think it makes everybody that bit more fractious and like in desperate need of ice cream. As we said earlier, it all comes back to the ice cream, the saviour of the summer holidays. Oh, thanks, Lily. Thanks, Sharon. Thank you, people in the comments. Thank you, you lovely too. I wish we'd had longer to chat, but I feel that the heat, like Ashlyn said, and the tiredness have got the better of me. So hopefully we can do this again soon. And then maybe after the summer, are you thinking you might be back in some writing, Ashlyn? Because I need to be in some writing mode.
Yes.
Autumn, I think.
Yeah, I'm dying to get back into writing mode. It's really just I haven't been able to. 3 weeks of absolute chaos at my mom's, and yeah, my brain is just kind of fried. Do you know my daughter's in writing mode? She was, I don't know if you saw me chatting, but she kept coming downstairs. She knew I was talking to you, and she kept wanting to come down and talk to me about a story. She's up in her bedroom writing. My eldest, obviously.
Oh, bless her. That's really good.
Yeah,
that's really cool. How old is she?
She's 11, and my son is 9, and he's decided he's writing a book which he's obsessed with. He's 3 chapters into it now. It's about aliens. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I love sci-fi.
At that age, that was my first book attempt. It was about a family of aliens. What was it called? And I don't have it. Like, it is in a shoebox somewhere in somebody's loft, and I'm very sad that I don't have the evidence of it. But that was my first book effort. So tell him to keep going. That's where I started too.
Yeah. Well, I found a refurbished laptop online. It's a Chromebook, very, very cheap. It was like €90, and I just thought if they're all getting into writing, they kept wanting to use my laptop. And I remember being that age and constantly having to share the computer with my dad. So I thought, well, between the two of them, they could actually like write and keep it together. So I'm trying to encourage them without spoiling them. So I think 90 quid for a cheap laptop is all right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so he's like he'll be down most mornings. I come down, he's got his laptop open, and he's working. Like he can barely type, but he's working away in his book.
To have the motivation of a 9-year-old writing his first novel, that's
So exciting.
Imagine
think-
it. You have a whole family of novelists, Ashlyn. I feel like that's what you're heading for.
I'd like
So
that.
lovely.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Very,
Maybe one
very
day,
cool.
maybe one day he'll be on here doing the sprints with you.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, don't scare me, because honestly, when you asked how old your kids were, I was like, I was sure you were going to say 4 and 6, because I blinked and that's how old they were. Like, you know.
Yeah. I do have a 6-year-old as well.
Oh yeah, so that's maybe where I've got slightly confused. There's
Yeah.
the younger one in the mix too. I don't know how you do it, Ashlyn. One child's loads of children. It's loads of children.
3 children isn't that many more because they kind of play with each other. It's
Yeah,
not.
this is-
It's not 3 times the amount of effort. It's maybe 1.5.
Okay, that's good to know for future reference. If the urge ever arises.
Yeah, well, I mean, once they get past a certain age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, below 5 is a lovely age, but it's a lot. It's a lot in many ways.
Yeah. And then when there's one of them and you're their playmate as well. Whereas my guys are their own little team, so it's not as full on as it could be.
Mm.
Oh, that's really nice though, that they've got each other, like they always know.
Yeah, it's sweet.
A little group who's got the back. And on that note, you two are definitely part of my group that's got my back. So thank you for
Thank
being here for
you.
these things.
I've
For
had a
the
lovely
productive
time.
nights and
Me
the
too.
less productive ones.
It's been really good fun.
It's
Thanks,
been
I
everyone.
always have a lovely time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me along, and I hope everyone has a great evening.
You
Bye.
too. Thank you both.
Okay,
Yes,
take care,
thank you
everybody.
from Evil Little. What's he called? Evil.
Evil Frown.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Frown.
Evil.
Yeah.
Night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Take care.